Taylor Swift is making a really big splash, showing up on her boyfriend's podcast, sort of unannounced, right? There was this countdown clock on her website, and then we see her show up on her boyfriend Travis Kelce's podcast, New Heights, along with his brother. And she's on the show, and she's announcing her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. Her fans are going wild. They're super stoked about this. Number 12 is it's got to have 12 new songs. The album is out on October 3rd. Everybody's really excited. I almost feel like maybe too many people are excited.
Yeah, John, I feel like you're not very excited.
I will confess I'm not a Swiftie. This is like, a couple albums ago, 1989. I thought that was a good album. I liked a lot of those tracks.
That was not a good album. That was the worst album.
I definitely did not get into Taylor during her country music days. That just did not do it for me.
Classic. That was the best.
So Cruel Summer was okay. It was fine. It was a little nice summer bop. But I don't know. But we saw brands and news organizations go all in on this week, that it's like been a full cultural takeover. It's like an unavoidable thing. Even if you were like, I don't listen to Taylor Swift, I'm into hip hop, or I'm into country music, you cannot miss the fact that she has this new album coming out, and that there is this, every brand seemingly on social media has changed their color scheme to this orange and was it like turquoise, like a green, to match the color of her album.
Look at what we did. You're watching the podcast. Our logo is also orange. We were just setting the stage, paving the path for this moment. This is a year in the making.
I told you Oliver was a big Swiftie fan. It makes a lot of sense now. It's all part of the plan.
We lent her status orange for this.
So she goes on the New Heights podcast, and this thing, I looked at it today, it's got over 11 million views. That's quite a few views for a podcast on YouTube alone.
Almost as many as this gets.
Almost as many as Stas. She's got something to look up to now. It's good for her and her career. But what do you think about this rollout? It's a bit unusual. This is not unlike anything we've really ever seen before from her.
I mean, it was, I guess, interesting that she went on a podcast because we've never seen her in a long form setting like that. I thought it was kind of boring, to be quite frank. And I thought it would have been more interesting if she were like on Alex Cooper's podcast, where she's not necessarily in a safe space and it's a little bit more like something interesting might happen here. I think, like, to me, I don't know. I just didn't really get much out of this whole thing. And I know that I might be in the minority of people that think that. I don't know. I just didn't. It was fine. It was fine. She announced her album. I thought the hype leading up to it was more interesting, I think, than the actual podcast itself. I thought it was really cringe, John, though, how so many brands have been so desperate to like try riding her coattails and like, cashing in on the Swift stuff. It's almost annoying. Like I like Taylor's music. I think she's a great artist. I've thought that for many years before I think everyone else like got on this bandwagon. I was listening to her country stuff and I thought she was a great lyricist. But like the, I don't know, act of like now being a Swiftie and like all these brands are just trying to desperately like, hang on to her coattails and like catch a little bit of the momentum. It just strikes me as super cringe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. It's like we're gonna have like orange and green Skittles and Oreos and Coca-Cola, and I was a little surprised that CNN did a live blog on the announcement. They had it up at the top of their website, and you can read through as these announcements were happening. Like mainstream press was covering this. Like
it was like on the live blog though. It was like the developments with like Putin, right? Yes. And then it was like Taylor Swift announces her album formally.
It literally
and there wasn't even any news
update.
Though. There wasn't really any news in this thing. It was just like, like she showed how much she loves Travis because they were like emotional or whatever. She got emotional when she got her master's. And I'm like, okay, it's not really groundbreaking news. I think the most interesting thing, I guess, is the cover art and the track list. That's not warranting like news alerts or urgent, news pushes or on your phone. I mean, maybe for that, but I don't know. To me, it seemed way over the top from everyone. I went to google.com and there's like orange confetti when you Google her name right now, which is like, in the United States, we don't really prop up everyone to the level of kings and queens, but it feels like in this case, it's almost getting as close as possible to like making her and Travis royalty. And again, I kind of like the Chiefs actually. And I like Taylor's music quite a bit. I actually wrote a whole thing when I was at CNN about how the Tortured Poets Department was a very good album, and how a lot of people that were saying it wasn't, they were wrong, and they were wrong. It was a very good album. I still listen to it occasionally, but this whole act of like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying, I think.
Oh, I do. I remember.
It's not because I'm sore that she didn't come on our podcast either. Okay. But we'll still have you, Taylor. We'll still have you on the podcast if you are one of our many listeners. We're happy to have you anytime you want. Maybe John isn't, though. I don't know. John might not be.
I do remember our fierce debates over Tortured Poets Department. That was definitely not my favorite album. I was like,
much better than 1989.
This is a snoozer. It's great music. If you ever if you're ever up late at night and can't fall asleep, what is going on? Maybe I should take some Ambien. Turn on the Tortured Poets Department. You will sleep like a baby. It's fantastic for that.
Now, do you think that she's setting the stage to go to Vegas, to go to the Sphere?
Oh my gosh. Is she going to do a Sphere show? That would be great.
Do you think the Showgirl thing is like leading up to that moment where she's in Vegas as a Showgirl and at the Sphere?
I didn't even connect those dots. Yeah, that'd be perfect for her.
The Backstreet Boys look kind of cool.
You would like Backstreet Boys. That sounds right up your alley.
It's like, it's a throwback to the 90s. It's nostalgic.
What I'm glad we did learn today, though, is that Oliver has the musical taste of a 13-year-old girl between Taylor Swift and the Backstreet Boys. So,
you know what? There are a lot of people out there who probably agree, and they just want to admit it. So you know what? I'm comfortable enough in my own skin to tell you that I listen to Taylor Swift, and the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere look kind of cool. Thank you for watching Power Lines. For more analysis and insight, subscribe to our YouTube channel down below, like this video, and you can watch more of us right over here.